Hi, everybody. My name is Derek, and you're watching Weird Ventures. And today, I believe we're going to be doing the grand conclusion of the Sunless Citadel and continuing on into Curse of Strahd. Very exciting stuff. And joining me today are my lovely players. And we'll start off with... we'll start off with Chris. Chris, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. My name's Chris. I am playing Ainur the Wise. I'm a Luxodon Star Druid.
Hell yeah. And then we'll hop on over to RJ.
Hi, my name is RJ. I am playing Ina, the Halfling Enchantment Wizard.
Yes. And we'll go to Corey now.
Hi, my name is Corey, and I'll be playing Ophelia, the Triton Sorceress Warlock.
Oh yes, gotta love those multi-classes. Now we'll go to Jen.
This is Jennifer, and I am playing Penny Peanut Posy Poppy Your Garden, the rogue forest gnome.
Hell yeah. And, not last but not least, because we still got Ellie, but we'll go over to Miguel.
Hello, I'm Miguel. I'll be playing our Reservary Fire Forum.
Yes. And then our guest star, last but not least, Ellie.
Hello, I am Ellie. I play the adorable baby dragon, Calcerus.
That's right. And, well, y'all are in a fun little situation here, but would anybody like to do a recap of the events of last session, how we got here, for a sweet, delicious inspiration? No takers? Alright. I'll take it away then. So, last session, at the very start of it, a creepy mist started filling the Citadel up to everyone's ankles, just about. There was a heavy sense that something strange was going on deeper in. References made to a ritual that Balak, the Dark Druid, was performing. Y'all scoured some notes in the laboratory that you started off in, and found out some harrowing news that it seems they were using some foul alchemy to attempt to control people's minds. You pushed on through, deciding that there was enough time for a long rest, made your way up to a strange room with a dragon casting deep shadows of black on the walls. And there was a riddle involving a chess game. You met Viren Drakehand and played him in a shadow game of chess. And working together, y'all managed to pull out on top. And in return for that, he granted you Balak's Shadow, which gave you a lot of information about this druid, what his motives are. You learned that it seems like the ritual is nearly complete, and you don't have very much time, if any. There may even be no hope of stopping it, according to what his shadow told you. And Ina learned that it seems his backstory and his motives might be shockingly similar to theirs. Anyways, after that, though, you trudged on ahead and found yourself in a library. not too far from your final destination, as you all could feel, fighting some creatures of mold and hobgoblin, taking them out without too much trouble, looting the place, picking up everything that you could find of interest. Ophelia found the last book on the shelf and opened it. It seemed it was laced with magic, a trap causing the room you're in to explode with cold magic. And as it exploded, Biner jumped out through the door y'all hadn't opened yet. Balthazar retreated through the door y'all came from to try and escape the blast as the icy chill wafted over all of those in the room. On their way out, next to Porum, you would have noticed a flask of oil falling from Balthazar's sleeve in their rush. Which is a good thing, too, because as soon as Balthazar got on the other side of that door, something a little strange happens. Which is that the door begins molding itself into the wall, disappearing, sealing Balthazar on the other side. You can hear them pounding against the wall and shouting, "I'll find another way through, just take care of this, stop the ritual before it's complete." And indeed, it seems that you all may not have that much more time. In the grove before you, Biner, as you stand there looking at the pale, spindly briars that press close, casting twisted shadows on the earthen floor and violet light mixed with the mist. You hear the sounds of beings making their way towards you. And with that, we are all going to roll initiative again. So go up to the top right where that fist is and right-click it to pop out that initiative tracker. And find yourself and go ahead and roll that initiative.
Oh boy.
That's a good initiative.
That's a lot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yay. The dice have spoken today.
The dice have spoken today.
I got my roll 20 curse mix.
Yeah.
There. That's
Wow.
enough dice.
No,
Thanks, you're all the way down there. I'm just kidding.
you need more.
At
Always.
least there is, stuff under Migs.
I mean, yeah.
Always need more. Alright. So.
Yeah, the bottom, that just sounds like my Friday night.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Alright. So. Further on down, you begin hearing the shifting of branches. As you start seeing what appears to be creatures moving up towards you. More of these spindly beings made from woven bark and twig moving up towards you. Biner, it's your turn.
Alright, first thing I want to clarify too is, would my wild shape still be up?
I think so, because usually wild shape lasts an hour, right?
It says
Druid level times something. If I
The form
remember right.
lasts for 10 minutes, so I would say,
Oh.
yeah, y'all weren't messing in the y'all weren't messing around in that room for longer than 10 minutes. So yes, it is still up.
alright. So with that, I'm going to try to move myself like that.
Make sure that on the top left. Yeah, there you go.
It says I can't take this action while the game is currently paused.
Oh shit, that is totally my bad. Sorry. Now you should pick it
Otherwise,
up.
good move, Rome.
That was my bad.
I'm gonna move up 20 feet.
All right.
I don't see anything yet, so I'm gonna move another 5. All right, now I see one. So for my bonus action, I'm going to fire off an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
There. Did it roll?
I didn't see an attack roll.
No, you just did you.
Oh, there we go.
All right. You pull out your bow of light and you fire into the mist. The fog does seem to be obscuring it a bit as it flies past. And that's actually something I will mention, is that because of the heavy fog in the room in front of you, ranged attacks will be at disadvantage. Not that it would have changed much from an 8.
Okay, it's good to know. And then, as my action, I will cast Shillelagh and hold my position.
Sounds good. After your turn, hear more shambling in the brush. Seems figures are beginning to make their way out closer towards y'all. It's another one. Does a dash action and actually manages to get right up next to you, Biner. As it rushes and jumps through one of these tangles of branches and comes out, lands next to you, eerily silent, though its claws are bared. That'll bring us to Ophelia.
Right. So I will move 30 feet out. Oh boy. I guess I will fire at this one.
Alright, it will be at
With-
disadvantage.
Alright. With an Eldritch Blast. Actually, no, just kidding. Firebolt. But yeah. Give me 1 second.
Because the fog is much thicker and much higher in this room. Alright. The fire shoots past. Sadly, doesn't quite hit it. But it does, as it flies past, hit branches behind that creature. And as it hits those, it does set it ablaze. And... That's
Ooh.
strange, yes. For whatever reason, doesn't seem to be appearing on stream, which is the bummer. The little fire effect. But as it sets it ablaze, that will make seeing through this place just a little bit easier. There we are. As of now, that is visible. Anything else for you, Ophelia?
I don't believe so. Yeah, no.
Alright. In that case, we will now go to more creatures moving through the brush. 15. There we go. Alright. So you hear the sounds of more things moving closer and closer. That'll bring us up to Penny.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Oops, hold on. Move here. Why? Okay. I'm trying to move,
Mm-hmm.
and so I keep running into a wall. I just don't understand. There we go. Can I go 5 more feet?
Yes.
Now, do I see? Can I see? I'm in the room next to Ophelia. Can I see one of the guys?
Yes, you can see
Yeah, okay.
that one
There we go.
there next to Biner.
Okay, so then I'm going to shoot at that one.
All right. The fog does give disadvantage on this attack.
Okay.
Oh, everybody
Alright.
is like colored.
Yes, I set up a thing that will do that. But sadly, as you pull your bow and take the shot, the fog seems to be doing a very good job of obscuring these creatures' forms. But the fog is also thick enough that you don't need to hide behind anything to sneak. So if you'd like to take a hide action, you can pretty much do that anywhere in this place, Penny.
Can I hide behind Ophelia?
Absolutely you can.
So I could go right behind Ophelia and hide.
Excellent. Roll me a stealth.
Okay, hold on. I know. Just give me 1 second.
No worries, no rush. Alright. As you use this fog to your advantage and sneak behind Ophelia, it seems like the creature next to Biner had noticed the arrow flying towards it as it dodged out of the way, but it seems to have lost you now. So next time you make an attack, it will be at advantage if it's melee, or at normal if it's at ranged.
Okay.
Hit next whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Alright. Bring us to further into the Citadel. Now, Biner, let's double check. Yeah, your passive perception would be quite high. So, Biner, you hear the sounds of something further in the Citadel. Says, simply in a rather deep voice.
Go check that out.
As you hear more figures rustling towards you. Which will bring us to Calstrix.
No,
Hello.
this does not sound good. Can't even see all the way in. But then again, I've got 60 feet of flying, so I shall fly into the room.
Very good.
It's 10. Ooh, hello. I can. Oh, hello. Go to bite you in the face.
Excellent. You will not have disadvantage because it's a melee attack.
Okay.
Excellent. That's definitely a hit.
Nom nom. Give me them twigs.
All right. So as you spread open your wings, you fly out through the room, just going at crazy fast speeds. You open your jaws. How do you kill it?
Oh, I would like to take one of its legs off and use it as a chew toy.
Excellent. You bite into its leg and tear it off, and it falls to the ground, seemingly no longer moving. Again, eerily silent. No screams like you're probably used to when you do this. Anything else for you?
I think 10 more feet of movement. I think I could be calculating wrong.
Let's see. So that would have been 10. 30. So that would have used 40 feet of your fly speed. If you have 60, you've got 20 more movement.
Oh, 20 more. Okay. Don't know why math is so hard today.
It's okay, you're sick. You get a pass.
I'm just gonna go right over to the face of this one and just go come at me, bruh.
Sounds good. Alright, hit next whenever you're ready. Perfect. More figures begin clambering out from where they are, moving closer towards the front. Get that one right up there. Ina, it's you.
Okay.
As you leave the room, Ina, you feel something, a presence almost pulling on you. You know for a fact. It's like an itch, but not on your skin. An itch in your shadow. Balak is in this room. Somewhere.
Don't like that. I'm just gonna rub the back of their neck, like trying to get rid of like goosebumps that aren't there, and just lock and load their crossbow and shoot at this one, trying to keep an eye out.
Alright, will be at disadvantage due to the fall. 16 still hits though.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
How do you take it out?
Loading in the crossbow, Ina's just gonna wipe it up and let the the bolt fly, and just kind of try to decapitate it with the arrow.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's my movement. That is my action. I am all good.
Alright. We'll bring us down here. As more of them begin clambering, you hear rustling, shaking of these dead, decayed trees moving closer and closer to you. Moved. There we go. Excellent. That'll bring us to Porum. The oil flask is right next to you. Would you like to pick it up? That'll be a free action.
So I'll pick it up.
All right. 1 second to add that to your inventory, so you'll have it. Let's see here. Perfect. It is under consumables. So you grab it.
Awesome. Let's see. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Okay. I'm going to move to the doorway to see what I see. Switch weapons, you said, was a bonus action in the past, right? Like you get one free switch.
Oh yeah, it's not a bonus action. You get one free switch between two weapons.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and put away my glaive and take out my longbow.
All right.
And oops, all damn door. There we go. Okay. I'm going to try to take a shot at the creature in front of Calstrix.
All right. It will be
disadvantage, correct?
Yes, due to the fog.
For sure.
Oh yeah. So you fire. You're having a hard time determining which one is Calstrix and which one is the Blight. and playing it safe as opposed to deadly, you take the shot, and sadly it misses.
Damn. I will just pull ahead a little bit farther. That was 10 feet, so this would be another 15. And that'll be my turn. How do I press next? I see. Never mind. I found it.
Excellent, thank you. As more creatures begin moving closer towards the front. Be 25 and 40. As they begin approaching. Alright. It brings us to the top of the round, which is this one here in front of Calcerix. Calcerix, the one in front of you, is going to go for a nasty, nasty claw attack. As it looks at you, and it swings. 13 to hit. Will miss.
13.
As you sort of bring your wing around and smack its claw away before it gets purchase. That'll bring us up to Biner.
Alright. He's gonna start running in. Whoops. To here. And then as he does, he'll take a swing at the one to his left.
Alright.
Jeez.
Yeah, as you swing it, it brings its claws up and catches the staff, holding on tight. You have to yank your quarterstaff back away from it.
Alright. And then what I just targeted there, I'm going to fire off the arrow.
Alright.
Consistency.
Lots of 9s.
And that'll be my turn. Let me just click and turn.
Alright. This one is going to continue pressing onward, moving forward. Ophelia, it is you.
Okay. She will move forward, seeing everybody push up. To about right there. And I guess she'll target this one with another firebolt, because I can't move closer to it.
Alright. A 13 does hit.
Oh my god, awesome.
Excellent. As you conjure up this flame, how do you take it out?
You know, she'll kind of cut through around the burning bush, slide up right behind Calcerix, and then just open palm shoot it straight through the face.
Excellent. Yeah, its head explodes, becoming cinders as it falls lifelessly to the ground.
And that will be my turn.
Right. After your turn, something interesting is going to happen.
No.
It's not.
Just no, it's not.
As in the room with Penny, Porum, and Ina, in the corner, you watch as the fog seems to take shape, creating a shadowy doorway. And none other than your good friend Durham emerges from it, saying,
I'm ready for round 2.
and that's all he gets to do on his turn, luckily.
That.
As it is the Blight's turns again, and this one's going to rush forward and make an attack on Biner. And it rolled a 6, which means it's Penny's turn.
Okay. I'm going to... Just a second. I'm going to run up to him, to this guy, and attack him.
All right.
And is that normal, or...
Let me check, because the Blights don't have a high enough perception to see you, but he does. So if you would have preferred to move forward to attack a Blight, so that way you would have done that at normal, you could, but it seems he is aware of your presence, so it would be a normal attack against him.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
nice! Nice! Roll that attack.
Let him feel that small fury.
Hell yeah.
Fear small.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is it a critical hit?
It is a critical hit, so when you click damage, hit the critical button. 17. Nice. And I have a little homebrew rule, which is even if you don't necessarily meet the requirements for sneak attack, if you get a crit, it is always going to be a sneak attack. So go ahead and click on sneak attack as well.
Okay.
And then click the little damage button that appeared, and on that, also hit critical.
Yeah.
That's some big damage you're doing.
Oh.
What does this amazing critical strike you do look like? And if you'd like a little suggestion, as you get close, you do notice, oh shit, I actually forgot. You would have had advantage on this anyway, but you can't do better than a critical, so it doesn't matter too much. His eye is still all messed up from that final blow that I believe it was Ophelia pulled off. So he has disadvantage on perception checks, which means sneaking from him, Penny, will be much easier for you.
Okay. So I'm going to take my weapon and stab him in the eye if I can.
Absolutely.
That eye.
As
In the good eye. Sorry, the good eye. Sorry, stab him in the good eye.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so you stab him in the good eye, his vision coated in blood as he just lets out a blood-curdling scream, swinging his claws at you, but you deftly maneuver back away from them before he can make a purchase. Anything else for you, Penny?
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
An excellent choice.
Just hit disengage.
Nice, nice.
Or just move. I can move back. How far can I move? I'm gonna move back over next to Porum. Try to kind of hide.
So that would have been 5 more feet than you would have had to move, but you could have gotten right there if you like.
It's fine.
Perfect.
That's fine. That works.
All right.
Oh, and enter.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just swinging his claws at you as you deftly back up, getting ready for your next strike. And that'll take us to the creatures down below. Calcerix, it's you.
How afraid do my bestest buds look
Of
of
the
this thing that's popped up?
I imagine Penny is probably looking pretty confident. Would that be fair to say, Jen?
Oh yeah.
How are Einar and Porum looking?
Annoyed, but there is like a slight fear.
For Porum, slight concern, but impressed by what Penny just did.
So there's no like complete and utter panic.
Not yet. Give it time.
Give it time.
No, I don't. Okay, in that case, she's gonna go for the Tweaky Twig. Here. That was a bad idea.
Yep. as you are now seeing quite a lot more of them.
Yep. A lot more. Okay. Maybe I'll go here instead. And I will attack.
All right. Give it a swing. Nice. Roll for damage.
Oh.
Excellent. How do you take it out?
Oh, I want to add its thigh to my collection of the arm of the other.
Excellent.
Just hold it in my mouth.
Yeah, you're just
gathering twigs.
collecting a bunch of twigs as if Penny had asked you to play fetch. Tear it off as the thing falls lifelessly into the brush in front of it. Anything else for Calstrix?
Assuming that this here is a pillar and can't be stood up.
No, that is a bush, so you can fly on top of it if you like. It's not really physical enough to stand on, but you can just flap your wings. Like, you'd probably squash it down if you put your weight on it, but yeah.
That's okay. I will go here then.
Alright.
That's what we need.
Very nice. That'll bring us to some more friends. This one is going to make its way over here and is going to try and claw at you. And it misses terribly. Which is going to bring us to this one, which is dead. It's Ina's turn.
Derek, can you link me Dragon's Breath so I can double check it? The scroll?
Yes. I will temporarily add it to your spells if that's okay.
Yeah.
Dragon Breath.
It should also be level 2.
Yes.
I don't know if you have that in your notes, RJ, from when I gave it to you.
Yeah, I do have that one in my notes.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to check if it was the one-time use or if it's over a course of time.
Yes, it's basically you're concentrating on a spell that lets you shoot out Dragon's Breath. And a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, I'll launch it.
Alright. Sadly, it's not quite big enough to cover his entire square, so it won't activate the banishment. But, still,
If I get
does do
closer, would that
damage.
activate the whole cone?
Because it's only a 15-foot one, I don't think it would cover the entirety of him, because bits of him would still be sticking out of it. It'd have to be a larger cone, I think. But it'll be extremely useful for igniting him if he gets covered in that oil. For now, though, he's gonna roll dexterity, which he fails. So roll 3d6. You can click the little button there. Perfect.
Ooh!
13 fire. As he is flailing around blindly from Penny's stab, still taking that. And y'all have actually bloodied him just because of how much goddamn damage Penny's stab did.
Penny.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because the spell is a bonus action. Would you rule that as I use my action for that, or can I still fire my crossbow?
So you use the bonus action to give it to yourself or somebody, and then you use the action to breathe the breath. So you've used both.
Okay. Double checking. That's one. The.
Any
Okay.
movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna back the fuck up.
It's a good plan. All right. That'll bring us to more of the Blight Boys. This one's going to run up and make an attack on Biner with its claws. Hey, y'all are doing good as binary. You're just, too thick-skinned for any of their attacks to hit you. They're just sort of bouncing off of that elephant skin. It kind of feels like a nice little massage, maybe a little back scratch. It's good stuff. That'll bring us to ones that are still a bit further back, as they are continuing to move closer, further up. This one, get 40 there. All right, Porum, that brings us to you.
All right. I am going to fire an arcane shot at this motherfucker.
All right.
Let's see, how do I? No, I do that.
Bursting or beguile?
Bursting. I just click it. There we go. There we go.
Right.
And then do I have to make a attack
You
first before I do
Yes.
this? Okay.
So this is you won't even use one of your uses of it until the attack hits. So
Okay.
fire a normal arrow and see if it lands.
Normal attack at disadvantage.
It would be a disadvantage
Disadvantage, okay.
due to the mists.
Okay. Damn.
Ooh. All right. At the very least, you didn't use your arcane shot with the
Yeah.
mist attack, as it flies and cracks against the wall. This
Wait,
flame-
how close to the wall?
If you'd still like to use the burst, we can say that it's close enough that you can still burst it if you like.
I would still like to use the burst, please. Any type of damage is good damage.
Alright, hit that little 2d6 that appeared in the chat box. Alright, gonna burst it and do 9 damage to him. Mess him up real good. As he's just having a real bad time in this corner. He thought he was gonna bully y'all. Turns out y'all are bullying him.
Reverse bullying 2022.
That's right. Anything else
Give him a wedgie.
for you, Porum?
Let me check something really quickly. This is all. Wait. What happened? Okay, never mind. I want to give the flask to Penny.
Okay. You can hand the flask to Penny. And then
Yeah.
I will do just that. Give me just a moment, and I will add it to Penny's sheet.
What am I supposed to do with this flask? Just gonna look at form. What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. Throw it. Throw it at the branch people, I guess. It seems a lot more over there.
Oil! It's to banish! And it's just like evaporates. It's like, oh my god.
Listen to Iron, not me.
I'll let you say something, Ida, if you want to direct
Sure.
Penny.
It's oil, you have to throw it, and we can set them on fire and just banish them.
So I'm supposed to throw it at the big guy in the corner and someone's gonna light it on fire?
Yes, I can light them on fire.
Okay. Alright. When am I supposed to throw it?
That'll be on your turn.
Whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
Hey!
when it feels good.
Alright. Anything else for you, Porum?
That will be the end of my turn for now. Actually, I just want to stand in front of Einar a little bit and kind of give him a little bit more body shield.
Alright. Sounds
I'm
good.
fragile.
Hit next whenever you're ready.
Oh crap! I forget. I'm sorry. I'm used to roll 20.
No, it's all good. That's why I'm reminding, is so we can get into the habit of it. There's another critter. This one is going to move. It's 20 feet up here. And then it's going to move another 20 feet to get next to Ophelia.
I don't think it needs to do that.
But it does, my friend. And this one has a choice between Biner and Calstrix. It's going to go and attack Biner. And that is a hit, surprisingly enough. As it's going to manage to finally get purchase on your hide and rakes its claws across you for 3 damage. I'll bring us up to the top. This one is dead. Which brings us to Biner. It's your turn.
And which one was it? Was that the one directly in front of me?
Yes, the
That
one
just did
directly in
damage?
front of you.
All right, so he's gonna be like, that was the wrong spot, and he will smack him with the quarterstaff.
Excellent. That's gonna be a hit. How do you do it?
He just basically takes it and slices him right into 2 and has the branches fall.
Excellent.
Either side.
Yeah, your staff glows with bright light. Like a star, in fact, as it just kind of almost saws through it, 2 halves falling to the ground.
And then as he's turning to fire the arrow back at our friend in the corner, he's gonna say, "Here's some more sticks for you to chew on," and he's gonna fire off
Nice.
a disadvantage.
Ooh. So yeah, you fire that. It does sort of splash against the top corner and illuminate the room with light for a split second. It doesn't look like it made purchase where you had hoped.
That is it.
All right. That'll bring us to Twig Blight. This one is going to, just a second, adjust its elevation. So it's going to climb on the top of its sawed in half friend. Actually didn't do that the way it was supposed to on my screen, so I'm just going to delete him. And once it gets there, it's also going to attack Biner.
Ah, yes, Balthazar isn't here.
Yeah, gotta bully the B-boys. That'll make it Ophelia's turn, though, as you use your staff to keep it at bay.
Seeing that there's a new twig friend in front of her, she'll yet again kind of flex her fingertips to make some lightning come out of them and go for a shocking grasp.
All right. Ooh, nice. Oh. So, lightning courses through it as you grab onto it, but it seems being a tree makes these things a little bit, a little sturdier than you had hoped, or perhaps you just weren't putting enough bolts in, as it sort of roots itself on the ground like a lightning rod. It doesn't quite do as much as you hoped. And that's not me saying it has resistance, just you didn't do much damage.
I understand. I think that's all I've got.
All right. That'll make it the big guy's turn, as he is flailing a little wildly. So let's see where he goes. 2. Oh man, that's rough. He's going in the direction of the fire as he goes down here. And his first attack, at the very least, is going to be at disadvantage as he swings his claws blindly towards Aina. A 16 to hit.
I'm gonna cast shield.
All
Right?
right.
Like I can do that?
I
You can
believe
take
you
that?
can.
Because I know I'm concentrating on the spell. I play wizard. I should really fucking.
Yeah.
It's just a reaction for a shield,
Okay,
so it should
yeah.
break concentration.
Yeah, it's not a doesn't break concentration. Only another concentration spell would break it, or if you took a bunch of damage.
So that puts me at an AC of 20.
Yes. So you are good
Cool animation.
for the moment.
That
yes.
is cool animation.
And then after that, he sort of wipes the blood from his eye and can see again, and is going to attack at normal against Porum.
Yeah.
God. I saw my life
Yeah.
flash.
Clamps his jaws down for 11 points of damage. As he does
Fine, it's fine.
just that. Alright.
Oh,
I don't even have that much
press
HP.
enter. There we go.
Hear him roar.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you down with me.
And,
Fuck you, grasshopper.
exactly. That'll bring us to Penny. So, Penny, you've got the oil flask on you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, because you would be throwing it, normally it'd be a disadvantage, you can use your bonus action to hide first. And that way you can throw it at normal.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Can she step forward 5 feet and hit him that way?
You know
Yeah,
what?
can I-
Technically, the rules say no, but I'm gonna say yes, so we can change it to a melee attack. So if you want, you can stealth first, and that way you'll have advantage on the attack instead.
So how do I do that? So what do I... Go ahead.
Yeah. So because you have cunning action, which lets you hide as a bonus action, you just say, I want to do that first, and roll a stealth. And as long as your stealth is higher than his passive perception, which is low because he's blind in one eye, you'll be good.
Okay. So it's normal.
Excellent. So yeah, you're sort of using Porum and Einar as shields, as he seems so focused on them. You're getting into the perfect position you need to be. So now, again, I am also a little new to Foundry, but it should work if you go to your inventory. There should be a little thing that says oil flask. If you
Yeah.
hover over that and click the dice, that should let you make an improvised weapon attack with it.
Use... Yeah.
So hit that, and then hit that thing that says attack.
At normal
Advantage.
or advantage?
At advantage. Nice. So yeah, you spray this oil on him, and it seems to cling to his fur. You can see the fire sort of burning from Einar's mouth. And you know for a fact that this will combo very well next time Einar gets a chance to use their breath. But sadly
Real
that...
hard on him.
Oh yeah, that would use your action. So after that, unless you want to move anywhere, that
Can
would
I
be-
just... Can I move down to... Oops, hold on, I'm sorry. Down to here?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then that's it. End.
Perfect. Oop. That'll bring us down to these boys who are still catching up with the combat, sprinting through the bows. Alcerix, it's you.
I'm gonna go for this guy. Oh, I'm hitting him. Lovely. Please. The guy to my bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. I would like to add parts of him to my plan.
All right. Ooh. Yeah, you try to grab them, but the all the twigs currently in your mouth are a bit too much. It's kind of like a dog that has a twig that's a little too big. Some branches in the bush get in your way as you kind of clank against them. You can't quite get your bite off.
Then I want it. I just stick out my tongue between the branches as if to say, Yeah, I'll get you next time.
I love it. Alright. That'll bring us to the one that I think you just tried to hit, as it is going to move around here and get right there, so it's got a nice plethora of targets to go after, and it's going to go after Ophelia. Ooh!
God damn you, Derek.
First attack against you, as it runs up and rakes across your back for 6 points of damage. Alright, Ina, moment of truth.
Let's see if I can calm this without hitting anyone. I can. Perfect. I'ma start breathing.
Alright. Let's see here. He'll make that dex save.
That's not the damage.
16, which
So it'd be half damage.
passes, but it still does fire damage to him, which means he does still ignite. So give me 1 second. So I apply that half damage as, describe what this fire breath looks like, if you would.
It starts out as normal fire, and the more magic that Ina's gonna put in it, the more it starts glowing gold. And it
Ooh,
just looks like molten gold coming out of his mouth.
excellent. As that mixes with the oil that Penny put on, watch as the oil sparks and ignites, immediately doing another 5 points of damage to him, just for the fact that the oil is there. And as it seems to consume his entire body, that will activate his fire banishment. So, until the oil goes out, he will need to make DC 15 charisma saving throws. Basically, right now and then at the start of each of his turns. So, a moment of truth. Let's see. Excellent. So yeah, Penny, you're just watching your handiwork as Ina's flames wrap around the oil you placed, swirling around him.
Light that fucker on fire!
Yeah,
Language, Penny!
I love it. And as the flame rises into the air, you just hear him say,
No. No.
and it ignites into a miniature explosion. It's a little mushroom cloud almost of smoke rises up and into the air. And as it does, you notice something fun. At first you think it's just that molten gold that Ina breathed out. But no. Gold pieces are raining down onto the ground
Oh boy.
from this cloud. Little gold pieces clinking against the earth and forming quite a generous pile with a note at the center of it. Anything else for you, Ina? If you'd like, you can use a bonus action to sleight of hand and grab some shit.
I want to look at the note.
All right. You can grab the note, but since you're reaching down there anyway, if you want to scoop up a handful of gold, you can, if you'd like. You can roll
Oh,
sleight.
like how you're saying.
If you'd like to.
No, I'd rather look at the note first before I touch anything.
Excellent. As you pick up the note, give me just a quick moment. You would not be able to read it.
Fuck!
Seems to be in a language you don't.
Do I recognize, like, what kind of language it is?
I'd say so, because you have seen it earlier in the dungeon. It's infernal.
Oh, fucking course.
Yeah.
Balthazar's fucking over there.
You just hear from the other side, this door would actually also just be a solid wall now. You hear banging on the other side, just...
What? What was that? Fuck. gonna pocket some of the gold.
All right. Roll your bonus action is a sleight of hand. All right. You pick up 6 gold pieces.
That's better than no gold pieces.
Yes. Quite generous. Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving. Oh, nope, that's the cone. Oh, God. That over there so I can move. Oh, stop. I'm on the wrong thing, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah. I'll get right up next to Ophelia.
Perfect. That'll bring us to more of our blight friends. This one is going to move forward as well. So it has 2 targets it can choose from. And its target is going to be Biner. A 19, which I think does hit Biner, right?
Yeah, it just does.
All right. Scratches you for 5. So it grabs on to the back of your calf and takes off a hefty chunk. That'll bring us to these ones down below. So they begin moving up too. There we go. Alright. This one is going to move up here and is going to make a swing at Ophelia's with claw. An 11
Oh my
to
god,
hit.
it missed.
Excellent. Horum, it's you. Do you want to use a bonus action to get some gold?
No, I am using the bonus action to second wind.
That's a good plan.
Let's see, how much do I get? That's fine. Almost.
It didn't need to roll higher than a 1 anyway.
Yeah. I am going to move. He is. Oh wait, how do you ping again? Crap. How do you ping?
Just click somewhere and hold it. Yeah.
Is this one gone?
That one is alive.
Okay.
If they have
I
a skull
see.
on
Okay,
them,
I see.
there.
That's Spider's little upper bar.
Yes.
I'm going to try and fire at that one then.
All right.
Still disadvantage, I assume.
Yes. If it's a ranged attack, it would be. Though, if you want to switch to your glaive, it has 10-foot reach, so you could hit it.
Yeah, I'll switch my glaive.
All right.
Let's see.
That's definitely a hit.
Woo!
How do you take it out?
There we go. I want to decapitate it. Just straight decapitate.
Excellent. Its head goes flying. Then you watch as fungus grows out and becomes a little crab. No, I'm joking. It doesn't do that.
Oh god.
Anything else for him?
I'm just gonna move a little closer, and that's my turn.
All right. Hit that next button.
Yes, you're right. Whee! Cover. There goes.
Excellent. This one here has 2 choices. And it's going to go for Einar. With its claws. Which it misses. Does use your crossbow to kind of keep it away from you as it keeps trying to reach and grab at your face. Which will bring us to the top with Biner.
Alright, he's going to go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
This right way. Or with the staff, I mean.
Ooh, sadly, that will be a miss, as it brings its arms up crossed, and it sort of cracks against the bark, a little bit hardier, perhaps, than its friends.
Alright. And then I am going to cast the Healing Spirit again.
All right. Where would you like to place that?
I think right there.
Excellent.
So, so I can then heal
Yes.
Ophelia. Two more for Ophelia.
I will take that
Absolutely.
graciously.
I think you could. All right. Perfect. That'll bring us to this one in front of you. Let's roll D2 to see who it hits. It's going to hit Calstrix. A 22.
Okay.
It grabs onto you for 5 points of damage. It grabs your tail, actually, and begins just trying to yank you out of the bush. Its fingertips digging into the soft skin there. Ophelia, it's you.
Seeing that Aina just joined up with them, they're gonna look at them and be like, "You've got one more of those breaths in you, yeah?
I believe so.
All right. I'm gonna get out of here." And she'll disengage.
That's a good plan.
And I guess just for, we'll go like back there.
All right.
Because then I think everybody is, cool.
Do you want to use a bonus action to grab some gold?
No, please.
Alcohols are expensive. I'm sorry.
That's fine. She doesn't judge anybody who's grabbing gold, she just doesn't need it. I take it you can't hold a bonus action?
I'd say you can. It uses your reaction, so you wouldn't be able to use your reaction for anything.
I
You can.
want to hold a healing light on Biner if he gets hit again.
All right, sounds good. Hit
So
next.
she'll like outstretch her hand and just sort of like wait.
Okay, sounds good. Dern has been banished. He isn't there, but we're having him represent the gold pile. So there's literally nothing left. Penny, would you like to use a bonus action to grab some gold?
So, of course, Derek. Why did you even ask? Yes.
Roll a sleight of hand for me. All right, you managed to scoop up 9 gold coins.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to move forward when I can. Just a second. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to attack this guy in front of Aina with my rapier.
Excellent. That's a hit.
Does she get, because she's standing next to an ally, does she get...
She would get sneak attack, and if you want to use your whales from the grave, Penny, you can absolutely use that. But you don't have to roll sneak attack because this guy's fucking dead.
Okay, I'm out of my whales from the grave.
Okay.
I only can use it twice. So I've used it twice, so I'm out of that for now. And he's dead anyway, right?
Yeah, do you want to describe the kill?
Should I stick with the rest of the group and decapitate him? Because our team likes to decapitate things.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm just gonna take his head off.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
Love it. All right. I'll bring us down to these guys below. This one is going to approach and attack Biner. With a 7. Calcerix, it's you. Somebody's been tugging on your tail. What would you like to do?
I want to make them stop. I'm gonna bite at them.
Hell yeah. That's a hit.
Let
How
go
do
of
you
my
do
tail.
it?
Don't grab a lady's tail. I just bite the hand off that was holding onto my tail.
Excellent. Yeah,
Add it
just
to the pile.
crunching it in your jaws. Some of them are starting to become like wood chips in your mouth at this point.
Wood chips.
Delicious. All right.
They're
I mean-
still coming up from the bottom, aren't they?
There are still a few coming up. You could fly down to intercept them if you like.
Yeah, Biner does not look good, so I'm gonna go here.
All right.
Oh yeah, is
Hold out my
Calcerix doing
wings.
okay?
Calcerix is
Yeah.
mostly healthy. They aren't bloodied yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see
A
their
little
health,
scratched.
so.
Yes, no worries. That'll bring us to Ina.
Is this healing spirit still up?
It is, so you could use
so
a d6
you
since
can
you
use-
start your turn.
Want me to roll it again?
Yes, please.
Ooh,
There you go.
some healthy healing.
Alright, I'm gonna put that at 15 feet so I know how big it is.
That would graze Penny a bit.
Yep, I'm gonna have to move. Oh god.
I should be able to help a little bit here.
There you go.
Do that, and then we can adjust it. Which I'll help you out with that. Just want to
Thank-
get these two.
I'll move forward one right here. Oh god, fuck!
Oops. Oh no! It's okay. When you click it again, it should ask if you want to place the template again, so. Give it another shot. Or, would you like me to do it?
I got it. There it is.
There we
Did
go.
it. I'm not useless today.
You'll just hear
Yeah, I
Ophelia shout, "Light them up!"
I can only still get those two, because it just barely misses this one. But that
Better
is,
than nothing.
yeah, that is okay.
Alright. I'll make dex saves for them. You know, I won't make dex saves for them.
That was almost.
How do you kill them?
Ina's just gonna breathe some more molten gold and just incinerate the trees and the dead trees around them.
Excellent. This flame shoots out in a blaze that ignites
Ooh.
them, setting them all on fire before disappearing, leaving little smolders on the ground.
Ina's just gonna call over to Minor. Bullock's in the room somewhere, remembering that the shadow felt funny.
Mm-hmm. Alright. This one is dead, but this one is not. This one can move. Because this one can move, it's going to go and bully Calcerix. With a claw, which misses.
Nope.
Alright.
Stay over here.
This one is also going to go for Calcerix, because Calcerix is the closest target. Which misses. This guy is dead. Porum, what would you like to do? There aren't too many left.
I am going to ready my glaive underneath my arm, and I'm just going to full-on charge at the one behind Calcerix, this one right here.
Alright.
That's-
Oh my
Appreciate,
god.
come on.
Oh, hey, Urki!
Urki was trying to help get Balthazar through the door, but they have finally given up. Which is AKA I forgot to add them to initiative. That's my bad.
14.
Forgot. We were protecting an
14
NPC.
does hit. Which one are you attacking?
The one behind. So this one.
That one there? You will have to get closer.
Well, it's like I'm charging type of thing.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, ooh-wee.
Yes. Excellent. How do you kill it during your charge?
I'm just going to impale it right through the abdomen, like into the wall.
Excellent. Sticks to the wall, and then you rip your glaive out, and it just sort of slides to the ground. Sort of green mulch leaking from its wound.
I still have some movement, so I'm going to go and wait. Hold on. How much was that? This was 10 feet. Yeah,
Alright.
that's 25.
Excellent. So you make your way down there. It seems those are the only two left. Anything else for you, Porum?
That'll be it for now. I'm not going to actually quite yet.
Alright. Hit next whenever you're ready.
I keep forgetting. Thank you.
No worries. Urki's just going to run out. Just be like, I can't figure out how to get Balthazar out. Is everything going okay out here? Sort of looks
No, we're all
towards
dead.
We're
Ophelia.
kicking ass.
Grabs a goal.
Lighting everything on fire.
Yeah, being told to grab some gold. He will take a dash action. And he'll scoop some up and be like, oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Oh!
Oh, okay.
So
Damn,
Urki just fucking takes out an arm and opens up a bag and scoops 200 gold into his
Oh
bag.
my god.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna make a note that he has 200 gold now real quick.
All the gold on the floor.
It's not all the gold. There's more gold there. That'll be his turn, which brings us to Biner.
All right, I am for my bonus action. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna move the spirit.
Yes.
But I can't move the square. I don't know if it's because everyone's on there, but I can't. I don't see the explosion. You know?
Oh yeah. It might be because instead of being on the person in the top left, you want to be on the little L made from rulers.
Ah.
There you go.
Perfect. And with that, I'm gonna heal myself.
All right. Very nice. We'll give that a little fancy animation too. For 3 healing. For good.
All right. And then he's going to. Move forward and take a whack at the one in front of me.
All right. Oh,
Jeez, that's 2 in a row.
I know. So you swing your staff. It just, again, this one is seeming hard. It looks like maybe there's a bit of petrified wood on its head. It just doesn't quite crack through. Ophelia, it's you.
Last time I didn't do it, but this time,
You saw how much bank Urki was making, and you're like, I need some
not
of
even that. It's just like it's for the party. So she'll do the. So yeah, why not? We'll go for it.
All right. You get 11 gold pieces. Because you're kind of panicking due to the combat.
I don't know how to add that on here because this character sheet is just.
Go to inventory, and then
There we go.
at the
Found
top.
it. I'm so used to the Pathfinder sheet and Foundry.
It's all good.
All right, and then. Ooh, okay. And then I guess I will. Oh my god. I do have
Calcerix
Dragon
is like,
Blood in
they're
me.
collecting it for my horde.
And then we'll firebolt this one,
All right.
and that's at disadvantage.
Yes. Oh.
Nope.
As the firebolt goes just a little bit awry, and instead of hitting it, you instead hit the bush just next to it. But it does reveal a little more area to you, at least.
I take it the bush doesn't like do anything for the fog.
No, smoke actually makes it a little worse.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah. But yes.
Then that will be my turn.
All right, Penny, it's you.
Okay. So Penny is going to move down next to Biner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want the healing thing.
Yes. Get some HP. 3
Okay.
HP.
All right. And then I'm going to attack the guy in front of Biner with my rapier.
Excellent. Nice. And how would you like to kill this one? Are we doing a decapitation marathon?
Yes, we are. We're going to take its head off.
Excellent. I'm just
Off
imagining
with their heads.
Penny running through these bushes with their rapier, just, doing quick little flicks of their wrist, and heads are going flying.
Terrifying.
Yes. Anything
And
else
that's
for
it.
you? All right.
Nope, that's it.
That one is deceased. Calcerix, there's only one friend left.
Yum, 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 yum.
Would you like to add to your stick horde? Oh
Nope.
no.
I drop everything and
Yeah.
just start crying on the floor.
Yeah, one of these sticks gets caught in your throat as you go for the bite, and then they all shoot out onto the ground. But you could still
my
move if you
God.
like. If I wanted to be really mean, I would have said you hurled them into the burning bush, but they're on the ground at least.
Oh, to be fair, I was planning that anyway.
Oh, okay.
So
Love
if you
it.
sort of cast them into the fire, that just adds to her sadness.
Alright. Anything else for you, though?
No.
Alright. Ina, it's you.
Alright, I get to move.
That you do.
I don't see shit in this area.
Oh, there's the one next to Porum. Can you see that one?
Yeah. I do.
So he's
I'm gonna back
so
up.
disappointed.
Don't sound so disappointed, Ina.
I don't want to save Porum.
Yeah, I'll light him up on fire.
Alright.
You know, might as well.
The twig light, right? Not Forum?
I'll light him up on fire.
Oh no. Alright, how do you kill it? Because it doesn't matter. These things have like 4 health and they have vulnerability to fire, so like no rolls necessary.
You just see Ina like come out like right in front of them, the wall, look over, back up, and just kind of stick their head out again and just kind of blow a little fireball, like bloop.
Excellent. And yeah, as the fire consumes it, it sort of throws its arms up into the air before collapsing to the ground. That's the last enemy that is making itself known.
As a bonus action, can I call forth Balak's shadow?
You could.
Would this wall blocking everything?
Yeah.
So like no one could see.
I mean, Urki might be able to see.
Well, yeah, I don't care about Urki. I meant like not
Tell
like
how
that.
you really feel.
Wow.
I meant
Oh,
like
you're
so
on
no
a
one
roll.
from like in front of us could see what I just did, pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't care if the party sees.
you could summon Block Shadow. I will say at this point, we are going to be out of combat. As the last of the Twig Blight falls, the room seems eerily quiet. The trees in front of you no longer swaying from creatures moving through them, yet the fog remains.
Hey, Derek.
Yes.
Since the spirit still has 3 more heals.
You can absolutely do that. Yes.
All right. How are you looking, Ophelia?
I have 12 out of 20 HP. So I guess I'd still say she looks rough.
Okay, so go ahead and step in. Let me roll 1 for you.
Okay.
No idea
I'll
what
roll
Worm's health is either.
Yeah, I don't know what. How do you look for him? I have no idea.
Ooh, perfect. I appreciate it, Chris.
Yep. And then I'm going to heal myself again. Forum, how do you look?
I could do with some minor healing.
All right, then go jump up there by Ophelia. I'll heal you. Go,
Damn.
or more.
The D20 might not be your friend, but the D6 is doing well.
Definitely, yes.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Leave that out of my spell list so I know it's gone.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Urki, grab some more gold while you're up there.
The way I have the gold pile work is anyone who wants to gets to roll a sleight of hand, and that'll just determine how much gold there is, essentially. So everyone gets 1 roll who would like to grab gold. But
Who's left to get the
Sure.
I guess.
all right, Calcerix, you managed to get 3 gold. You're a little too fast, slow on the uptake. Biner, you can grab 13. While this is happening, Aina, you are summoning the shadow, yes?
Yes.
What did you want to do with it?
I wanted to ask it if it knew Infernal first.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna hold out the note and be like, what does this say?
Thank you for the new servant. It seems it is signed by the General of Gehenna.
And I'm gonna pull out the chessboard, and because I can see like parts of the room, I'm gonna ask a lot of questions of just like, I guess, the layout of the room.
All right. He sort of glances down and just says,
Oh wait, oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Ignore this.
"Oh, what is that?"
I don't know, I'm trying to roll, I have no idea how to roll.
You're rolling for stats.
I don't know. It's just speech down the bottom. Maybe this I press for rolling.
New character, who
I
this?
don't know how to roll dice on.
No. Let me
It's a
check
flash
real
armor.
quick that it didn't change your stats. Okay, it doesn't look
No.
like it did. All right, thank
No.
God. I was scared. As he looks
Wait.
down into the citadel, he would point to the south of you and just say,
The Gulthias tree lives just to the south, inside the final fortress.
How important is the tree?
He glances and says,
Depends on if it has served its purpose yet or not.
What spells do you know? See, I got mixed last week.
he pulls up a few fingers and he says, counting on his fingers,
Druidcraft, Bless, Moonbeam, Spike Growth, Suggestion, Dispel Magic, Conjure Animals, Plant Growth, Giant Insect, Mass Cure Wounds, Fog Cloud, Entangle, Misty Step, Grasping Vines,
Oh my god.
Wall of Thorns.
How many can you have prepared at once?
Are you asking which ones I can cast innately?
Yes.
Most of them.
Where would you be?
he points to the south.
Past the tree, yeah.
Nearby it, if I'm performing the ritual.
Well, Ina's just gonna wring their hands together and then just quietly ask, what was her name? Your partner's.
He's quiet for a long while. Says,
Her name was Sarah.
And it's gonna peek around the wall to the others and be like, do we have any more questions before we move on?
Do you
Questions for
roll?
what?
I was just gonna, like, gesture to around the corners like I have the shadow out.
Okay, I thought you were just talking to yourself.
Did we ask what's causing the mist?
I don't believe so. What's causing this mist?
The mist is a primer for the Exodus. Wherever it touches, to be transported to Barovia once the ritual is complete.
If we're in it, we get transported no matter what, where we are in this citadel.
That is correct.
Oh god, I hope that didn't make it up to the kobolds. Burn's gone. Well, what should we expect to be with you as you're doing this ritual?
Plan was, once the fog appeared, would alert my servants to come to the grove. Most likely I'm waiting there with them. And once we have all gathered, then we shall go.
Do the servants have names?
Balthazar, Dern was one. Then there was Chuck. Those
Chuck
are the
Norris?
main ones. No. Just
What they
Chuck.
thought were sick.
Who was after Chuck? Sorry.
Just check.
No, the name after Chuck.
There was not a name after Chuck.
Okay.
Say,
The goblins who worked in the laboratories and those up above. The hobgoblins as well.
so he was planning on taking everyone on his side, essentially.
Yeah, and we already got rid of two of his quote unquote lieutenants.
Quote unquote.
Can we destroy the tree? And would it stop the ritual?
It depends on what point in the ritual I'm at. If I've collected the fruit and the cauldron is full, no.
Burn the tree, make sure we look at the cauldron. Anything else? And Ina's fingers are itching to, like, get rid of him.
Seeing... If I notice it, I'll just be like, you've done enough, you can drop him.
And Ina's just gonna dispel him.
Alright.
Do...
Before you dispel him, he does pause for a second. And he looks to the south. And he seems to lock eyes with something. And then vanishes.
There's something there. It's probably him. He's looking at him.
Maybe
quick
Penny can sneak in.
Penny definitely should be to the shadows. Less chance of revealing how many of us there are. Potion check. What have we got? Anything magical?
Penny, do you still have your grenade?
I sure do.
I think it might be a good time to use it.
It's ominous and I love it.
Yeah. Some unused.
It's time to go kaboom.
I know spells are running low. No one has potions of healing or anything.
I have one.
Character sheet, I have none, but in my notes I say I have one, but I don't know if I used it, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say I have no healing potions.
I have one, and I have 5 greater good berries still. And 1 spell.
I have 2 spells, no potions, and 1 more healing light.
We're down Balthazar. I have
Ah,
4 spells
right
left,
up.
technically. Erky, how are you doing?
I'm good. I don't have any spells, but health-wise, I'm doing good.
I have one more arcane shot left.
Okay. If anybody else goes down, Biner, shove one of the greater good berries in them.
Binor, could I actually take one of the greater good berries?
Sure. They'll hand one over.
Alright. Let me see if I can find that.
Are we ready? Are we gonna move?
Quick question, Derek, how do you roll a d20? I want gold. I don't have to roll.
Oh, it's a sleight of hand. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
If you want to roll a d20, you can type /r space 1d20. But
Okay, so that's how you roll. Okay.
yeah, I will. I've been looking for a mod that puts a dice roller in, but yeah. You with that, because you did manage to get a 20, you managed to get 100 gold.
There you go.
Yeah.
Derek, I can't find a greater good berry.
Are you supposed to have one in your inventory?
Yeah, because I just took one from Viner.
Gotcha. For the moment, we're just gonna custom make you a thing.
Okay.
We'll call it Greater Goodberry. And I'll give it a quick little description. Alright. So now you have one, and I'll make something a little more official at a later date.
Okay.
Alright, I think that's everything I needed to do.
Good to go. Penny, Binor, Calcerix, Porum.
I mean, there's not much we can do, right?
Again, do we want Penny to sneak in and see? She's been chopping off some heads pretty well tonight.
That's true. She's done some wonderful work.
Maybe she could sneak in and just slice his throat.
Well, I would
Or
prefer
at least
him
drop the
alive.
grenade in the into the pot.
You know, see what we can see.
Yeah.
Alright. Just try and make a
Yeah.
plan.
With what Ina said, I don't think they've mentioned it, but they do want to try to take him alive, and I do want to help with that.
From
Alright.
what Balthazar was saying about Shadow. I can't remember if Balthazar said, like, we might not be able to at this
You
point.
mean block?
Yeah. Well, no, Balthazar had, like, the insight check on like, the religious fervor.
Yeah.
That's why I just couldn't...
Gotcha.
I can't remember if they told us or not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they said so either. We'll
So
say
I'll
because they're
roll
not here right now. We'll say that they have said it, so that way, you know, in case they had wanted to share that information.
Well, I would like to. I don't know if it's going to be optional. If
Well,
we can do it, if we can't, take him out before he finishes.
And yes, as you look down, by the way, you can start to see some more complex runes, it seems, of some old castle down below this place.
everyone keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. Did you want to let Penny sneak up ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Penny, would you like to make a stealth check for me? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Start moving yourself, you know, a bit at a time.
Do you want me to get, like, in front of the forum? Like, to there?
Yeah. And yeah, just, you know, don't move, I would say, more than 15 feet at a time. And you should be fine.
Okay.
So you're sort of sneaking between the bushes.
Yeah. Trying.
All right. So, from your current position, you do see what appears to be a woman. And she looks a little strange. I'll give you a quick close-up of what her face looks like. Let's do this. He looks like this. Looks like her skin has shifted to an almost bark-like texture. She seems to be standing at the alert, keeping an eye out on the walls. And Penny, I will let you know, the inside of this place is an open clearing from what you can see. If you pass sort of this wall area, you will be spotted. They might not recognize you due to the mist, but they'll know that a silhouette is approaching if you walk past that point.
Okay.
And you can maneuver to get a little bit of a better view too, if you'd like.
Okay, do I see anything moving down a little more? Or same thing?
So, if you'd like to move your token 1 square to the left, we can say you can kind of peek your head around the corner. Alright.
Okay.
As you look down there, in just a second. Oh dear. Give me just a quick moment, because one of the things didn't set up the way it was supposed to. So give me just a quick moment to fix that. There we go. Now you can see the tree. So as you glance, allow me to describe what you see. A walled clearing is here among the briars. The walls are about 20 feet high, just less than half the height of the cavern's tall ceiling. Several variety of plants grow around the perimeter of the clearing, including few suspicious-looking saplings. But their importance pales before that which stands at the courtyard's center. Beneath the fungal light grows a tree. Its blackened, twisted limbs reach upward like a skeletal hand clawing its way out of the earth. Before it, you see a few figures. See an heavily armored dusk elf wielding 2 blades on their hip and a hat in a very similar style to Balthazar. And I'll let y'all get a better look at him as well. It will let me. And while it doesn't show up in this picture, his face too seems to be almost scarred and bark-like. In addition to that, you see a young woman in a robe fit for a noble, which I already described. And in the center, you see a extremely tall figure, just as tall as the shadow Aina wields. And his skin isn't bark-like, his skin is bark. He has eyes that look like cinders, and between the bark seems to be growing this sort of shaggy, deep, orange, almost brownish hair. I will finally reveal what he looks like to you. As not being a shadow, you can see him a bit better. As he stands before a cauldron, glancing where all of y'all are coming from, seems to be holding a fruit in his hand. It's pale. It looks similar to an apple. You see more of these fruits hanging from the branches of the tree. As he sort of examines his own reflection in the shine of this fruit, glancing up towards you, Penny. But luckily doesn't seem to see you, seems to be looking past you. And if you turn your head to look, can tell he's looking towards Ina.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn around and come back up towards where you guys are at and kind of motion for everybody to come a little closer so I'm not yelping.
Group huddle.
And I'm just gonna tell everybody that I believe Balak. I see a cauldron. I see a woman. I see an elf. They all have bark-like skin. They look like they're gonna be trees. And just kind of tell them what I see. And that there's still fruit on the tree. But I don't know if the cauldron's full.
So that was actually my bad. Give you more details about the cauldron.
Okay.
You weren't really at a proper angle to look into the cauldron, but you can see
Okay.
that the mist seems to be coming out of it.
Okay.
Heavier along the ground and filling up. But after giving your description, Urki will say, they look like they need a cure for vegetarianism.
I think so. We should probably make sure to grab some of that fruit. And then I'm gonna look at Ina and I'm gonna say, Ina, I think Balak might know you're here or sense you or something because he was looking towards you.
And it's true, Ina, as Penny says that, you can feel almost this pulse in your soul drawing you towards this place. And Ina, you can roll me an insight.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh.
Alright, Ina. You know exactly where Balak is at this moment without seeing him. You know he's exactly right there. You also know that he knows exactly where you are right now.
Oh boy.
Anna's just gonna whip out the chessboard and for the area and basically have Penny point out where she saw the people described, and Ina's just gonna fiddle with Balak's piece before setting it down.
Alright. As you're doing that, just here, calling out to you.
You and I both know. I know where you are, and you know where I am. Why don't you step out?
Anna's just gonna look at Ophelia and set the chessboard down so all the pieces for everyone is there, and transfer ownership to Ophelia so they can call for initiative early if need be. And he's gonna just
Do you have some sort of signal?
if I get hit and cry out, yeah, throw it. But right now, I believe he just wants to talk. You know when to hit. And Ina's just gonna go from this way.
Wait, you're gonna figure out there alone, are you?
Yes! Yes, I am! He doesn't know how many of us there are! Yes, I am!
Have you not,
Stay
did you not learn from
down!
last time? you not learned from last time.
Down! And
Careful.
don't be seen.
Derek, is this a wall over here?
That is a wall, yes.
Okay. Am I able to move there without,
Revealing yourself?
yeah.
This is
Otherwise, I will stay put.
yeah. This is kind of what I'll say. If any of you wants to, if a combat breaks out, if any of you wants to get a surprise round, you will have to make a stealth check. If you just want to be in that position, if a combat breaks out and then roll initiative normally, you don't have to make a stealth roll.
And then with the chessboard,
And Penny doesn't
did
have
you make
to.
a hand?
Penny's got a 25. Sorry.
Did you make
So basically what you
Make a
can
handout for
use the chessboard to do is you can all roll initiative early, and then you can switch out people's initiative to go in the order that you would like to go. I have a handout, but because Forge is weird, it's not going to show up until y'all move to the new game, and it makes me very
Okay.
sad.
I take it everybody would like to do this, correct?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty. Then I will
just don't wanna
add all of y'all to the initiative, and y'all can all start rolling.
Alright. We'll obviously wait so that Aina can go talk, but... There it is. Oh, no! You guys!
It's okay.
I-
We have chessboard for this reason.
Aren't you a dex fighter?
Alright. So,
Hey.
y'all can switch initiatives amongst yourselves. So, for instance, Calcerix, if you wanted to give your 17 to Penny and take a 5, you could do that, and so on. Urki will happily give his 16 to whoever would like it.
Take it, Penny.
Yeah, Penny should take it.
Alright. So we're gonna change Penny's initiative to a 16, and Urki will take a 5.
I'll switch with Porum.
Yeah, sweet 6.
Alright, so Forum got a 5. So yeah, Forum's gonna go up by 1, okay. I was looking for a higher initiative. I'm like, where
Yeah.
are
Nope,
they?
they did too well.
Nope, it's a 5 and a 6. Alright. Very nice. Alright.
I'll swap with Ophelia.
You'll swap with Ophelia?
Ah!
Okay. So you'll have a 5. Ophelia will have a 17.
Get those magic classes up first.
Alright. What does Aina look like as they step out?
Ida's just going to, because they never reapplied any of their makeup, but they're just gonna have their antler skull just sitting on the back of their head, so it's just prominent to see where Ina's from, and have their hands to their sides, like non-threatening.
Yeah. He glances at you and says,
Should have known they would have sent someone after you. You've traveled a long way, Skullwalker.
As have you.
Yes, I suppose I have.
you can tell, even though Silverain and Charwin notice that you are unarmed, they are still watching you with utmost discretion.
You must be pretty powerful to make it here all on your own.
I mean, I did win your shadow.
He glances at you and says,
Well, I know for a fact enchantment alone wouldn't let you get here. Not the state you are currently in. Not from what Dern has told me. I know that there are others. Did they perish?
Well, you see me standing here. You know what tree striders and skullwalkers are only good for.
Ah. Must have been very talkative.
He says, glancing down. You can roll me a deception at advantage.
Hey, Garrett, quick question.
Yes.
If I move over here, will I be because of this little opening gap?
I would say crossing that point would be pretty much right where they're looking, so you would have to make a stealth roll if you wanted to do that.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
All good. All right, 19.
Fuck.
Yeah. So,
It's a good cover for your friends, at least.
and he sort of glances in the general direction that anyone coming to this place has to come through. Nods to Silver and Charwin to keep an eye in that direction. Before turning back to Ina and says,
Suppose if there are no more survivors, then there's no real reason I should stop from letting this ritual go through.
and he takes a bite out of his apple and glances down at the cauldron in front of him.
Would Sarah really want you to do this? To throw everything away?
He stops for a second and looks at you. Says,
Just because you know her name, have my shadow, you do not know her. You do not know what I want. I'm hardly throwing everything away.
But I do
everything
stand
to
here.
gain.
The way I see it, I'm standing here, partnerless, twice over, and I'm still with my tribe. I'm still doing this.
Doing their dirty work. Obeying, staying in line, and what have they done for you? You're partnerless twice, and still you obey? That isn't the pinnacle of character you think it is. Once, sure. Twice. Twice, and that's on you for not getting better. Because I suppose I'm partnerless as well, seeing as though you and your friends slaughtered the tribe I made for myself.
They're not really a tribe if you force them to be here, are they? At least at home with the tribe, we choose to stay. We choose to believe what we believe. We choose not to do harm.
His eyes narrow towards you as he spits on the ground and says,
Must be nice to feel that way. Not be ostracized there,
his
as I was, for asking questions. But sure,
And we'll scoff at him
you
as soon as he
love
says ostracize.
Mm-hmm.
you love your tribe so much. We'll see how much they'll help you on the other side.
And then he drops the apple into the cauldron. And as he
I'm
does,
going to release a magic missile just as soon as I see it start to drop.
all right,
And I will upcast that at 2nd level.
okay, you can roll for damage.
Oh. How many fucking things is that? 3 plus. Okay, so a couple more times. Five.
Is that the sign, Ophelia? Is that the sign? Are we supposed to go?
Yeah,
Most likely.
yeah, it is.
All right,
10,
so that's a total
16,
of how much damage?
20 damage, it looks like.
20 damage.
Yeah.
All right, he will take 20 damage. As those blasts crash into him, the apple sinking beneath the waters. And as they do, he doesn't seem to resist it. In fact, he watches the bark breaks and snaps from these blasts, blood pooling down into the cauldron itself, along with him as he sort of grabs the rim. And as he does, the fog plumes and he vanishes inside of it. And now, you are the only one who needs to roll me some initiative, Aina.
Yeah. Man, there. That is.
Is this all plumes? And mist seems to be growing at an extremely fast rate. 15. Excellent. Give me just a moment to roll my initiatives. Excellent.
Take it.
All initiatives.
Small mercies.
small mercies. As the mist begins to grow. Well, start combat. Ophelia, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna move around. Hold on, I'm gonna do the control. So control, click. I'm gonna use 15 feet of movement to move here just to see everything. Oh, hello. I take it every ranged attack is still at disadvantage.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Fine. I will fire off a guiding bolt at Silverane.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Boy. Where? There you are.
Are there?
No, that was who he's targeting.
Yes. So, sadly, that will miss. As you watch the guiding bolt fly past him, and as soon as it connects with that fog behind him, seems to vanish immediately. All of the light it gives off snuffed out, and there is nothing left.
Fun stuff for me. That'll be it then.
Alright.
Actually, hold on, just kidding. I'm gonna use my last bit of movement to move behind the wall.
Alright. Fun stuff. At the end of your turn, fog gets bigger. And you watch
I'm about to go.
as the two of them vanish inside of it. Penny, what would you like to do?
Well, first I'm gonna try to step out so I can see because I can't see anything. Oh,
There are no more enemies. There is just a massive plume of fog growing bigger.
okay. I'm going to come. I think I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna stand right behind Ina.
All right.
And that's it. I'm just gonna wait there.
Excellent. At the end of your turn, the fog grows wider.
Bloop.
And as it does, you watch as Ina disappears into it without a trace, just wrapping around them. And Ina, do you have anything you would like to say as it begins to consume you, expanding too fast for you to escape?
Ina's just gonna let out just like a sad just sigh and just say balls.
Balls, and that last S syllable is cut off as the fog wraps around their lips and you see nothing in front of you, Penny. There isn't an outline in the fog. There is nothing. Biner, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
All right, since he can't see anything, this here is balls. He's going to step here.
And Penny yells, "Oh shit!" So he hears, "Oh shit!"
He now sees the fog and he's like, "Oh boy, bye." He's gonna run. Oops. His 30 feet to here. Can I, Derek, as my bonus action, grab Penny?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I'm gonna grab Penny and say, "Let's get the hell out of here," and then I'm gonna use my action to dash.
All right. It'll be
Well,
half
what about-
movement.
That's fine. And we will dash to there.
Actually, Penny, if you do want to resist, you can. Would Penny resist? Because you are calling after Ina, I heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist a little bit because that's Penny.
Excellent.
All right, can I roll a strength
Yeah,
to see if I
so-
still grab her?
You can roll athletics. Penny, you can roll athletics or acrobatics, your choice of the two.
Oof.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't go for acrobatics. But yeah, so with that, you're struggling, but you are getting pulled.
But what about Ina? What? We gotta get Ina.
We will. Let's just regroup and figure this out.
But I don't want them to think we abandoned them.
We aren't.
We are.
As you're running and having this conversation, the fog very much is still growing, getting wider and wider. In fact, because Ina doesn't get a turn, it grows this much. Oh,
These two exist.
Darwin's as well. As y'all are running and it quickly catching up. Spiner, you watch as, even though you're holding on to Penny, the fog quickly is catching up with you, wrapping around her, sliding under your palm as she just vanishes from your grasp as if she herself is made of mist. Penny, do you have anything you say before you go?
Shit.
Love it. Orem, it's you.
So let's see. Just to clarify, we've now lost Penny, Einer, and Ophelia.
Oh,
still
Ophelia
here.
is still here. They're just
I'm
on the
hanging
other
out.
side of the map.
Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, well, do I see Penny disappear? Since Penny was right in front of me?
Yeah. And you're seeing the fog right next to you, too.
I'm booking it. I'm flying. I'm gonna go as fast as these little wings can carry me.
Hell yeah.
The leap flight speed is the same as my normal speed anyway, so 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't. Okay, hold up. Okay, there's 35. What, is it not? Oh, you bitch. Okay, there's 50. There's 60.
Right. Will that be your turn?
Yeah, the only thing that Form's gonna do besides that is just yell, "Run, fuckers, run!"
Alright. Then, Biner, you watch as Porum runs from you, just as the fog envelops you as well. And as it envelops you, it also envelops Ophelia, as you've been maybe taken by surprise at how quickly this is coming, wrapping around the castle walls, this impenetrable wall reaching out towards you. Biner, do you have any last words before the fog grabs you?
At least I tried to save Penny, you bastard!
And Ophelia, do you have any words you'd like to say?
I don't know if she'd say anything, but she'd want to think to Zudin to see if she could commune with him, and she'd be like, "Is this what I need to do to see her again?"
Yes. Yes.
Not ominous.
Yeah.
She would just let herself, she would just stare down the mist and be swallowed by it.
As the voice fades, that yes trailing off into nothing as the mist crashes over you like a wave. And the two of you now vanish. Which brings us to Urki, who is going to look at Calcerix and is going to be like, we gotta go. And he's going to try to grab onto Calcerix and pull Calcerix with him if Calcerix will let him. Ellie, would you let him?
Yes.
All right. He's going to pull you. And because of that, he's only going to be able to go 30 feet. Does that. And of course, the fog keeps on coming. I'm going to go ahead and do getting just a bit bigger. Calcerix, it's your turn.
Oh god. The trauma this is gonna put on a poor baby dragon. I don't like it. She's gonna haul ass.
All right. Are you going to try to pull Urki with you, or are you just going to leave him?
Don't do this to me, Derek. Oh, but she can't. She can't do it. These are the only good people she's met. She's gonna try and take him with her.
All right. You can do that. It'll just have your movement speed. So if you dash, it'll be your normal movement speed.
Would he be too heavy for her to fly?
You can roll an athletics to see if you fly, but if you fail your athletics, then you are going to have even less speed than you would have had normally walking.
Risk it for the biscuit.
You can do it, Calcerix.
That's, I mean, come on, honey.
All right. You can take him flying. So dashing, you can take him 60 feet. You scoop him up.
We're The full 60?
So just move yourself where you'd like to go, and I'll move him after you.
60. Just gonna go straight.
All right. Take Erky with you. Excellent. Will that be the end of your turn?
She's just gonna be screaming their names and draconic as
Excellent.
she's going.
And it seems like with every soul this mist consumes, it gets faster. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Very nice. As it gets
God.
much
Jesus Christ.
much wider, making its way much closer to you. Porum, you're watching as it starts gaining on you.
I'm just gonna make my way to Erky and Calstrix,
Mm-hmm.
and I am just going to turn to them and say, or I'm going to grab Erky by the shoulders and just say, whatever happens, just make sure you get out of here. And I'm going to try to push both of them to give some more distance from the mist, but I'm going to stay here.
Roll an athletics for me. See if you give how far you can push him.
Come on. That's nothing. Athletics. Not very far.
You give them as much of a shove as you can. Is that all that you're gonna do?
How is the soil around the area? Like, is it? What I'm asking is, like, is it dirt that we're on?
It is dirt. Yes,
stone?
it is dirt.
Porum is just gonna start writing a quick message in the dirt in Celestial, just in case Balthazar somehow finds them, because I don't know who Balthazar is, and I'm not sure how far this talk is gonna go. So I'm just gonna leave a message for Balthazar.
Send me a DM with what that message has.
Yeah. Do I just write it DM, or do you want me to do the language?
No, you can just send me a DM.
Okay, I'll send you.
I might use it later. As you begin scribbling that into the ground, it expands once more, and you, Calcerix and Erky, get to watch in horror as Porum too is enveloped in the mist.
I'm just going to give them the final smile.
Oh, one last smile as the mist wraps around you. It's just like being carried by you. You're much faster than he can carry. I don't know what else we can do. And he's just kind of grabbing onto you, Calstrix, and giving you a hug. And Calstrix, do you have anything you'd like to say to Erky before y'all are swallowed by the mist? The final two to be seen.
He will say, "It's okay. I won't let go." And she will wrap her tail and her wings around him in an effort for them to stay together.
And Erky will cradle you close. As Erky cradles you so very close, this frigid mist finally takes the last of you. As y'all disappear beneath its surface and are no more. What happens to Balthazar, we'll get to that probably next week. But for right now, we are going to be taking a quick 10-minute break. And I'll see all of y'all in 10 minutes. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Weird Ventures. Our party is in an interesting situation, you could say. The fog has just consumed them all and left them in a very, very uncertain place. Very uncertain place indeed. But not all is lost. In fact, we're going to start off with one of our players in particular. We're going to start off with Ophelia. Alright, Ophelia. You find yourself, as the fog consumes you, standing in seems to be a barren waste. There's nothing here as far as the eye can see. Just this gray, wafting fog wrapped around you. The ground beneath your feet. You breathe in. You don't smell anything. Aside from the gentle cool, there's no breeze to be felt. The air doesn't seem humid or stale. It just is. You look up, there's nothing but more mist. When you look down, you can just barely see where your feet stand. How is Ophelia feeling right now? What does she look like?
Probably concerned. This is just she doesn't know, like, you know what I mean. There's never experienced anything remotely close to like this. And she's trying not to freak out, but she doesn't know where to go.
No, that's fair. You look around, there's no sign of your friends or the place that you were just in. What would you do?
She would call out, see if anyone can hear her. Hello? Anyone?
She walking as she calls out, or is she staying
why
still?
not?
As you begin walking and calling out, you begin to notice some things. One of the first things that you notice is that it is extremely hard to keep track of time in this place. It's hard to tell if mere minutes have passed or hours. And so this is the point where I let y'all know, all of you, the time that you spend in the mist is up to you as a player. So if you want to say that for your character, it felt like you were in the mist for hours, you can. Or if you want to say it felt like months for your character, you can. If you want to say it felt like years, you can. Or even just a few minutes short of an hour. Whatever feels right. It's up to you. Because time seems to have no meaning. So that's one of the first things Ophelia notices. It's a little hard to keep track of. The second thing that you notice is things are starting to appear. Simple things like rocks and trees. Things that you could use as landmarks, maybe. Oh, there's a nice rock that has like a little point on it. I'll go by that and keep that in my mind. If I see that again, I'll know I went in a circle.
That's exactly what she would do.
Yeah, yeah.
She'd try to make sense of something that you can't make sense of.
Yeah, well, see, that's the fun bit too, because you do that for a bit, and you think you're making good progress because you're not seeing the same landmark. So surely you must be going in some direction. Surely. But after doing that for a while, you get to a point where you look at a rock and you're like, all right, that one's got kind of a round shape. And then you turn away from it. Then you turn back. That rock isn't there anymore.
Okay, just try to keep it together.
She
A
brave,
frustrated eye.
yeah, bravely trudging onward.
Yes.
All right. So, as you start bravely trudging onward, you start to see other things that are a bit strange. The ground beneath your feet seems to also have this shifting property. Eventually, it starts to turn into sand. And you're starting to see what appears to be coral growing out from the ground. Little patches that shift and change. And how would Ophelia react to this?
I think she'd probably think it's like something kind of familiar. Maybe she'd think of it being like, like the fringe of a beach, with sand and coral. Yeah, I don't know how much else she would react to it.
That's okay. As you start thinking about it a bit more, I would like you to do something for me, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Describe for me a place familiar to Ophelia. A place that she grew up and visited often.
It would definitely probably have been like a medical library where she spent hours, days, weeks, however long, studying, practicing, learning anything related to becoming a doctor.
Excellent. 'Cause, yeah, as you're thinking about how alien this place is, perhaps your mind drifts to places familiar, places you'd much rather be right now. Happy places. And you stub your toe on a book. And when you look down, you see a trail of books winding in front of you on the sandy beach. covered in mist.
I've completely lost my mind, haven't I? And she'll keep going forward.
All right. Is she following the trail?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, eventually you start to see these half-buried bookcases sticking out of the sand. Open pages, but when you look at them, they seem to say gibberish in no language that you recognize, at the very least. Until eventually you get a bit further in, and you see the table that you'd always go to at the library. It was your table. The librarians practically reserved it for you because of how often you came. And there's a figure laying on it. Just a bit too far for you to see their features.
She'd go towards the table.
As you approach, they get more and more in view till you recognize them. It's Triton lying there with blonde hair and pierced ears. She's lying there in the same position she was when she was lying on your hospital bed. Eyes closed, at peace.
I take it Ophelia recognizes her.
Yes.
Assuming that is who I think it is, she'd probably start just kind of being, like, trying to stay strong and looking over her friend, but it's pretty much a facade.
Right? You're looking over her in a medical sense? Are you touching her cheek? How are you doing it?
Yeah, she'd probably go through checking for, like, signs of life.
Alright.
Checking a pulse, looking under the eyes for eye movement.
Well, you don't have to do all of that. Because as soon as you reach a hand forward to check a pulse, her eyes flick open. And I'll give everyone a little view of what she looks like as her eyes flick open. She looks up at you and just smiles and says, and blinks her eyes a bit. It's just having the weirdest dream. How are you? You look so worried.
Ophelia, like, kind of has her, like, hands, like, on her head, just in disbelief. I should be worried. I thought you were gone.
Where would I have gone?
You... Am I crazy?
I mean, you've always been a little bit crazy, she says with a wide grin.
No, that would be you. You were always the wild one.
Yeah, but it's infectious. You're a doctor, you should know that.
You're the healer. You have the magic.
Yeah, but I don't know the sciencey stuff as much. I just put my hands on them and I say the incantation.
Right, it'd be so much easier.
Yeah, it would.
I actually have to worry about blood pressure, everything. I don't want to bore you with all the mumbo jumbo.
Please don't.
What? I don't know if she would, kind of realize that this isn't right.
It's up to you.
Can I make, a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, if you'd like to leave it up to the dice, feel free.
I kind of would. Oh, of course, like right down the middle. uh, how did you get here on the table?
What do you mean? This is where I've always slept. And as she says that, you notice that the table isn't a table anymore. It's a bed. You're in her room. Though the mist is still wafting outside.
She might not pay attention to the mist, and she'd probably sit down next to her. Like, or, sit down at, like, the side of her bed.
Mm.
You don't know how good it's been to see you.
You saw
It
me
feels-
just, a few days ago. Sure, I was feeling like a little under the weather, but you fixed me right up.
I did?
Yeah, I'm talking to you right now. Right?
It just doesn't sound right.
She tilts her head a little bit and she looks at you. What do you mean?
This is silly, but I have memories of failing the blood transfusion. And you died.
I died?
Yes. And my parents and everybody else just stood there and they let it happen.
I died? And you watch as she is slowly becoming translucent. The room around you decaying, turning into dust.
Shoot. And like a sad bit of desperation, if they were like, I know you said that this place was like sand, if they like turned back into sand, she would try to like keep the formation of the memory.
Yeah.
Like as just this desperate.
She's not gone yet, but she does seem to be fading, becoming translucent. It doesn't look like reaching for the sand seems to be doing much for the house. How did I die?
You begged everyone to let me go through with the operation, even though they could have just cured you. And you always believed in me. And I let you down. I wasn't good enough to save you.
She looks you in the eye as you say that. She says, Oh. I'm sorry. And reaches out a hand to comfort you. As you see in her eyes, she does mean that. Whispering, I shouldn't have put you in that position. I'm and on that third I'm. So you're wiping tears from your eyes. She's no longer there.
Ophelia probably just kind of like bawl. And she's like, even though, like, yet again, she's like probably at least smart enough to realize that it was all just like not a bit, but something with the mist. She's just like, I shouldn't have opened my stupid mouth.
I mean, if you'd like to roll a religion with advantage or an arcana with advantage, you can.
Alright. That's pretty good.
You might recall Balthazar way back when y'all first entered the Citadel. He was asking questions about Balak and about his research. The scrolls he took from Redoth. The Shadowfell was mentioned. He was trying to access the Shadowfell Shadowfell is a place of souls.
I take it that means would she think that she's in the Shadowfell now? What about that one room with was it called Gloom? Gloom flower?
Yep, that is also related to the Shadowfell. It's only grew there. But what I was more pointing out is that because this is a place of souls, what you just spoke to might have been the real thing.
Oh my god.
Not that that makes anything better.
No, it doesn't, Derek. Oh, man. I think if she would have realized that she was speaking to her soul, it would have just, like, killed her inside. She sits there, like, kind of like bawling, like toiling, and maybe still in the stand. She's just like, what I didn't tell you was that I was going to bring you back. And she'll pick herself up and try to gain any semblance of, like, resolve. And I guess she would just carry forward.
You do, on this beach, you see something that looks like the faded light of a lighthouse in the distance. Would you make your way towards it?
Yeah.
Alright. With that, we are going to move to someone else. For the moment, check my dice. Help me out a little bit. We are going to go towards Porum.
Yeah.
So Porum, you have just been consumed by the mist. You tried to shove Calcerix and Urki out of the way, and you watched as Biner was consumed. And you find yourself in this place where all your senses seem muted. Your wings flickering behind you. The message you wrote in the soil, the only thing at your feet. What would be Porum's reaction to this?
Porum's just going to look at the message, and seeing as the message is here with him, he assumes that his last-ditch effort to write a message to Balthazar failed. So he's just going to hang his head and give a big sigh of shame, almost, and disappointment, and slowly rise up to his feet.
As you begin walking forward, could you describe a little bit of what Porum's hometown looked like?
Sure! So Porum's from a very quaint little village, and it's on the outskirts of a forest, almost in a meadow, not really in a meadow, but there's a nice brook that runs in the middle of the village, a bridge going over that brook leading to the part of the surrounding forest.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it kind of like your quaint little medieval village in a sense, like if watch any period pieces, that's kind of what it looks like, not as grungy as Hollywood likes to make it look like. There's a lot of nature, a lot of flowers, there's a lot of cattle, a lot of livestock. The people in this village were mostly herders and livestock farmers. And the setup of the village was encompassing the center. I forget what it's called. What kind of
The town
build-up
square?
that's called? Yeah, there you go. So there's a town square and everything's surrounded, like in a circle around it, type of thing.
Right.
And of course, like the biggest building there would have been the church.
Okay. The first thing that you notice, after of course noticing the strange way that nothing here seems set in stone, everything is in this sort of liquid state, is eventually the silence around you is broken up by sort of babbling sounds of that little brook by your town. It's one of those unmistakable noises that spending your life there you couldn't possibly forget in a million years. If you did choose to follow it, you would find that indeed it does seem to lead down to that bridge that you remember so fondly, leading to a town just past it.
Poor is going to stop right at the start of the bridge, right before you walk over it, with a look of confusion on his face and disbelief almost. He looks back behind him to see if he still sees like the void behind him.
As you turn
And
well, yes.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was going to say, as you turn around, indeed there is the void, and in fact, you can't see the sort of little waterfalls that make up the brook like you could before. Instead, the water seems to be drizzling down like rain from impossibly high up in the sky above you.
This can't be real. Porter's is going to shake his head and just make his way through the town, but in a sense that's like, I just got to get through this. Like, I want to get out of here, get past as quick as possible.
All right. As you're going through the town, you do notice that many of the buildings you recognize, maybe the little bakery, where you had some delicious meals growing up. It was a tavern that played some music that you liked. All these little things. Just next to them, you would also see dilapidated buildings you don't recognize. Buildings that seem to be sagging in on themselves, consumed with mold and rot. Some of them made from burnt wood, as if somebody took a torch to them. The earth around them more of a mire than the peaceful meadow that you remember. Eventually, you see gates of the local church, place where you no doubt spent a lot of time growing up. There's a singular light glistening through a stained glass window inside.
Looking at the light, Porum gets a sense of a melancholic comfort in a sense. Like he remembers seeing that type of image a lot as a child growing up here, and it is sort of comforting, but there's also something discomforting about it as well. And curious, he's going to arm himself and walk through the church, just not really trusting what his eyes are perceiving and more trusting what his gut is telling him.
Absolutely. As you enter the church, you would see it's very dark inside. The pews are all empty. There is, of course, a statue of Lathander at the other end. Lathander being a tall, handsome man with sort of wind-swept hair, a halo about his head, a morning star at his hip, arms outstretched, always facing east, where the sun might rise. And kneeling in front of him, in front of a single candle, you see an armored figure with a sort of plume of black hair, 2 horns on her head, and a silhouette you cannot mistake. In prayer.
Form's going to lower his bow a bit and just stop in his tracks and stare at this figure for what feels like forever, but was probably no more than 5 or 10 seconds. And with a little shakiness in his voice and a little bit of raspiness, he's just going to mutter the word, "Commander?"
And as you do that, the figure stands to their feet and turns around to face you. Their face and body covered in shadow, but behind them, the candlelight almost seems to grant them a halo, the glow of their eyes unmistakable. As I share this with everyone, she looks to you. In the dark, it says, "Forum, it's been a while. Glad to see that your decorum hasn't declined." Places a hand on her hip. You seem shocked.
No. You can't be here. This isn't real. You can't be here. You're dead.
She kind of tilts her head.
I was at your funeral.
My funeral? Is that any way to speak to your commanding officer? I'm right here, aren't I? You have such little faith in me, Porum?
It's not that. I know what I saw that day, and it doesn't match what I'm looking at right now.
She looks at you and says, "Well, if you truly don't believe I am who I am, search your faith and find the answer there." And she would gesture for you to approach the statue of Lathander if you wish to.
Porum very timidly is going to walk towards the statue of Lathander. And just stare at his commander just a little bit longer, just still trying to trying to understand why she's here, but then he'll direct his attention back to the statue of Lythander. And as he's done a million times before, he is going to pray.
Right. As you clasp your hands to pray, roll me a religion with advantage.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
All right.
Yay.
What do you say to Lythander as you pray?
Just Porum will grab his hands together and just say, show me the way. Show me the truth.
Right. And as you do that, hear the voice in your mind once again, voice that you've heard only once before, speaking to you, saying, Porum, you are in a very troubling place right now, but I need you to know this place is exactly where you're meant to be. This place is exactly where you need to be to do the most good.
You mean this void?
No. On the other side of it.
Then where?
Sorry, as you were saying?
No, you're good. You answered the question.
On the other side of it. But while you're here, there are many things that you'll see, many of which won't make sense. You're traveling through the Shadowfell. It's a place of souls, but also one of memories. You'll draw from them, create from them, all sorts of things. But also, it's a place where things will reach out to you. Some of the souls may be people that you know. Some may be entirely foreign, wishing for an ear to bend. Be careful while you're here.
Before you go, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why now? Why did you wait till now to give me some sort of sign? Spent hours praying, wishing. If you had come sooner, she might not be dead. We'd not be in this mess. Why did you wait?
Quiet for a while as you asked that. Or he says, simplest of terms, if I am not with you, it is because I'm with someone else. Someone else who is also in need, a child. Gods are powerful, but even I cannot help all who need it. Even I sometimes fail. But take heart. She is not dead. Though she is also not here, I'm afraid. It is an illusion
Not
of this place. It cannot harm you, but it may reflect some truths.
Form's just going to stay quiet for a while. Some tears running down his cheek a little bit.
Did you find the answers that you seek?
He'll turn to his commander.
As you turn to your commander, you see that her face is now scarred. Claw marks drawn across it, blood dripping down, a large gash in her stomach that you can see through to the other side. She smiles at you, as if nothing were wrong.
Form's going to just close his eyes really quickly and kind of draw his attention down to the floor for a second, eyes still closed very tightly, and then just take a deep breath and refocus his attention to his commander and just say, I waited years for some sort of sign. I was teased, I was bullied, I had so much pressure and expectations to be this perfect child as my mother was expected to be this protege of, the High Priestess, and I failed time and time again, and now it's funny. I finally got what I wanted, but yet I still don't feel happy.
Responsibility rarely makes one feel happy. With whatever a god may bring, it also brings many responsibilities for him. She will extend a hand and give your shoulder a small squeeze. Simply saying, not that everything is terrible. There are still many new things that you can do. Much joy you can bring into the lives of those around you. Light that you can bring to the darkness that you otherwise couldn't. I know the time that you've been through may seem wasted, but you have many, many years ahead of you. And I know, even if you had not been spoken to, you would have done great things.
Form's just going to place his hand over her hand, seeing as, he understands this place isn't 100% real.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to have physical contact. He's just gonna chuckle a little bit. I don't know how you did it, Samara. But
He sighs a little bit, she says. Simply, I did it. And begins to fade into the mist.
Tor's going to wipe his tears off a little bit and try to regain some composure. And into now the empty void where Samara once stood, he's just going to say, "He's spent years protecting me, advocating for me, believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And I never said thank you. Like, every day. Well, now I'm here to say thank you."
The candle
And-
flickers as you do.
It's time I start believing in myself a little bit more. I hear it physically, but your teachings and everything live on as exemplified through me. I'll miss you, Samara. And he'll start walking out of the church and continue his way out of the village.
Right. As you make your way out of the church, you see something in the mists further in your town. Something as big as a building, walking on spindly legs. A shadow in the mists, crawling between the roofs. And now we're gonna go to somebody else. We are going to go to Penny. All right, Penny. So, you were holding on to Biner. You were asking for Aina, calling back for them, saying that you needed to help them, Penny. When the mists managed to grab you and pull you from Biner's grasp, swallowing you up, taking you to this strange, featureless domain that you're now in. You're kind of lying on the ground, on your stomach now, because Biner was like running with you in his palm. The ground is cool, dirt between your fingers. As maybe you lift yourself back up. How's Penny reacting to being in this place?
So she's gonna, feel very confused, and she's gonna stand up and she's going to kind of like brush the dirt or sand off of herself and kind of look around, and she's gonna yell for Aina. She's gonna yell for Binur. She's just gonna kind of like look, like kind of spin in a circle, like, hello, is anybody there? Kind of calling out.
Absolutely. And yeah, as you call out, there isn't even an echo coming back to you like there would have been in the Citadel. Your voice just seems to fade. In fact, you're not entirely sure how you know it. Your voice almost seems just the slightest bit quieter in this place, like it doesn't carry as far, as if everything is muted. Sounds, smells, touch, the feeling of hot or cold, all of it seems lesser here, as if your body is numb.
she's just very confused, and she's just going to kind of look around and just start walking,
All right.
trying to figure out where she is. Just very concerned, very confused, feels very, very alone,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to know what happened to everybody.
Absolutely. And yeah, as you begin that trek, again, you're not seeing any signs of life. You begin seeing some small landmarks, some rocks, a tree here or there, their branches shifting whenever your eyes aren't looking at them, or moving just a few feet one way or another, getting closer to you or farther away. Similar to the others, slowly you begin to see something familiar to you, a familiar place. It could be where you grew up. It could be a place that you like to run off to. What would the familiar place that Penny thinks of be?
It's gonna be like a little hut, kind of in the middle of woods. Like lots of trees around, but there's just gonna kind of be this little like hut, and it's gonna have like a little sign on it that says "Stay out, no trespassers allowed." And just that's what she's gonna see.
Excellent.
No boys allowed.
Yeah. And this is in the forest, you said, yeah?
Yeah, there's trees all around, little animals, squirrels and chipmunks and rabbits and things running around, but this is her little hideout to get away when she's gotten in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And inside's gonna have all her little trinkets and things that she's collected along the way.
I love it. So, what Penny ends up seeing as she traverses is, Penny, you start to see color for the first time in this very gray place. Some beautiful reds and yellows of leaves in the fall. You remember them quite vividly. They're the same colors that exist in that space that is so close and personal to you. Same type of trees that bark. You see where all the other landmarks were fading. As you get closer to this place seems much, much more real to you. How would Penny react to seeing these trees after wandering for who knows how long in this mist?
Oh, she'd start to kind of get a smile on her face, and she would reach out to touch the trees and pick up the leaves and just start to feel very happy that she's out of that cold stone place, but still very confused as to where she is and how is she all of a sudden here with these trees and these things that look familiar to her.
Absolutely. Yeah, the trees feel just like you remember them growing up. Soft touch of the leaves under your fingertips, reminding you perfectly of home. As you look back, though, from where you come, you notice that every tree that you pass as you get further into this woods towards your hideout, the trees behind you seem to have lost their color. The brilliant reds and yellows turning to more faded brown of winter.
That's odd. I'm gonna just keep walking towards my little place.
And eventually, in the clearing, you see it in your little hut with a keep out sign sort of hammered in there. Did Penny fashion a lock for them, or maybe did a family member, maybe a tinkerer or something like that, make one for her if she asked for it? Or maybe she stole a lock, her very first lock that she picked, and put it there. Do you think she'd have something like that?
Yeah, it would be something that she stole and put on there.
Love it. So yeah, you see your little hideout, and if you try to approach it, you might be a little bit shocked as the lock, little padlock, seems to pop itself off just as you get close to about to reach for the door or reach for your own lockpicks if you don't have the key on you. The lock falls to the ground. The door just sort of slowly creeps open to welcome you inside.
I'm gonna go inside
Right.
and look around at all my trinkets and all my treasures and my little cozy chair in the corner and books stacked up on the floor and just my mess, and gonna just smile and be happy that I'm there, but still very confused as to how I'm here.
Would you have any favorite trinkets that you can think of off the top of your head? And no worries if not, I know I'm putting you on the spot a bit.
No, just she just likes to anything that's kind of twinkly or like shiny. Just there's nothing. She just likes things. I mean, there's nothing particular.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just thought I'd ask. But yeah, as you're reminiscing amongst your things, everything seems to be the same place it was as you left it. The wintry now trees outside, maybe a little window you can see, and certainly one of the things you would have noticed on the way here, there weren't any animals like there was in your memories. There wasn't any rustling of the leaves from wind. All of them are unnaturally still. Even the leaves on the ground seem to be unmoving. Nothing rustling them or anything like that. You start to hear a familiar sort of crunch amongst the leaves on the ground. And you recall in your past, back when you would get into trouble and run off here to this little self-made hideaway, there was only ever one person who was able to find it. And that was your grandpa. One time when you got into a lot of trouble, first time actually, that you got quote-unquote caught, he actually beat you back home. He was waiting for you there. Y'all had a bit of a talk. And he was extremely understanding about it, actually. You know, trying to import a couple of morals, but also showing a lot of pride in you, being very impressed by what you'd been able to pull off. And from then on, whenever you got in trouble, he'd often come in and check on you when you hid away here, especially if you'd gotten upset. You could always tell he had a little bit of a bum leg in his later years. And that same sort of distinctive crunch is what you hear coming up towards your little hideaway.
So I'm gonna hear this, and I'm gonna kind of like quickly like rush out the door because I this sound is familiar to me, and I'm a little excited, a little wary. So, but I'm still going to kind of, quickly open the door and rush out the door to see if what I hear, if what I see is what I think it is or hear.
Absolutely. And yes, as you step out the door, you would see familiar older gnome, kind of rubbing his back a little bit, as he often does when he goes on hikes with some thick whitish hair, giving you a welcoming smile as he sees you and says, "Well, if it isn't my little Peanut, how you doing, dear?"
And I'm gonna yell, "Pop, what are you doing here? How are you here? What? I'm so confused. Explain what's going on. I don't know. I don't understand." And I'm gonna rush up to him and I'm gonna give him a hug.
Yeah. And he wraps his arms around you and just goes, "Oh," and gives you a couple of pats on the back. You've grown so much. Wow, I barely get my arms around.
You haven't changed a bit. You're still the same old Pop.
Well, I'm not that old, he says, and kind of cricks his back a little bit as he adjusts his posture. I was just about to ask you the same thing, Missy. What are you doing in this place? Seems like you're in quite the pickle.
I was on an adventure, and I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. I don't understand, and I don't understand how you're here.
Well, I gotta say, this, before you showed up, I was about to say the same thing. This isn't, as bright as my memory recalls it, he says as he sort of looks around a bit. Come to think of it, my memory's a little fuzzy itself.
Well, Pop, am I dead? Did I die?
Well, you look pretty sturdy on your feet to me, Missy. And I'll give you a little pat on the head.
But so do you, but you died. You died a little while ago. And so I'm worried that I'm dead now. I'm confused. I don't understand.
Yeah. Lets out a little sigh, and that warm smile he'd been giving you melts away just a little bit, but not into anything cruel. And he says, I suppose I did. My time came a little while ago, but you seem like you're still hanging in there strong, dear. Why don't you, I need a place to take a seat. Can I come inside?
And then sit in my chair. Have a seat. Tell me all about it. What's going on?
Yeah, he'll come in and take a seat in a comfy chair and just be like, I'll see why you stole this. It's better than my recliner. Ooh.
I know, it's comfy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it's
sure
real.
And I learned from the best, didn't I, Pop?
Yeah, I'd say you did. He gives a mischievous little wink. Can't believe I let myself go before getting to experience this beauty. Woo. And kind of settles down a bit, just says, now, Peanut, I don't know too much about what all's going on. You know me, I'm good with my hands, building things, plucking things, he says with a twinkle of the eye. But once you go, get to see the great beyond and the cosmos. Turns out, as long as you're being mischievous for the right reasons, it seems that you go to a pretty good place, I'd say. Which reminds me, you've been mischievous only for the good reasons. Isn't that right, dear? He says with a little look your way.
That's right, Pop Pop. And Penny's gonna shake her head like, yep, I've only done good. Only for the good.
That's my girl. Only take from those who deserve it. Or, you can nick something as long as you give it back in a pretty good condition. Or, mostly good. Couple scuffs here and there ain't hurt nobody. But that's my girl. And he gives you a little pat on the head and then just says, where we're at now, though, that's definitely not the, it's not the good place I'm usually at nowadays, but I could feel you. It's hard to explain. Feel you wandering in some place that I could reach just a little bit. I'm telling you, this seat's real helpful because it's taking a whole lot of effort to keep myself here, darling, but wanted to see you and see if maybe I could help guide you on your way a bit if you need it.
I do. Any help you can give me. Do you know where I should go? What should I do from here? I don't want to be here forever. I don't want you to be here forever. I want to find my friends.
He lets out a couple of coughs, and you recognize that cough from shortly before he passed away. He says, your friends are in here too, somewhere. This place does a real good job of mixing you up, and it sure feels like there's somebody in here that wants y'all to be a little bit mixed up. Somebody's got their eyes on you, I'd say a whole lot of somebody's, actually. I'm definitely not going to be trapped here, like I said, just causing myself to be right here now. It's taking a whole lot of effort. As soon as I stop, I'm probably going to just, I don't know, feels like I might fade away. As he kind of looks at his hand, you can see it's starting to become a little bit translucent. He sets it back down on his lap. I helped make this place here. This place for you. It's as solid as I can make it. Talked to someone else on my way here who they found another one of your friends. They're gonna try to bring him here so you two can get through this together.
So should I should stay here and wait?
Just be patient and I'll keep you some company.
Pop, you know I don't have a lot of patience.
I know. That's why I'm here to keep you as much company as I can for as long as I can, dear, he says with a chuckle.
Okay.
You can show me show me some of the stuff that you found after I went. Tell me a little bit about it. And
Okay, Penny's gonna sit down and start to tell him about her adventure, how she left and why she left, and kind of start to go into the, the
all
story
the
and
details.
the details and who she's met along the way. And she's gonna open her bag and she's gonna kind of start pulling out some little things and showing different things, what she's been picking up. And
Yeah, absolutely. And he is enthralled and engaged, and he's got that little cough to him, and you can tell he's straining a bit being here, but the same man that you loved is sitting in that chair and enjoying that time with you. And yeah, y'all wait, you pass the time a bit. And as y'all are doing that, I feel really bad for Biner and Ina. We're gonna end today's session here so we can do Biner, Ina, and Balthazar next week. I'm really sorry, guys.
No.
I know, but we're gonna do some stars and wishes in the meantime. So, in the meantime, with these stars and wishes, we're gonna start at the top with Corey. Corey, do you have any stars or wishes for today?
I think my stars go to everybody that got to go to the Mist and do their thing. It was a treat listening to everybody. And as for wishes, I just wish scheduling things wasn't such a pain.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm glad to hear you've enjoyed the Mist. We're gonna go down to Chris now. Chris, do you have any stars or wishes?
Well, Star Penny and her fighting, she just kicked the ass on everything.
Oh, that crit was amazing.
I mean, don't get on her bad side. That's all I gotta say. Wishes, or even more stars. Glad we're out of there. Glad we're starting our next phase. Just look forward to hearing the rest next week.
Absolutely. That'll bring us to Jen. Jen, do you have any stars or wishes?
Stars. So, of course, getting to hear the ones that landed in the Mist and the stories, but also the animations when Ina blew the fire and the animations on the screen with the fire and stuff.
Super glad that y'all like
yeah,
that.
I did. And then with Biner's healing thing, the little animation behind that was really cool. Wishes, just wish and hope that everybody meets back up. Safe and sound.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I like the voices too. I like the voices. I like when you do that.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that you like it. I had a lot of fun with them. I saw Dane, my wife, was saying she loved my old man voice. It's always fun to get to pull that out. But yeah, I'm super pumped to do the rest of y'all's little Mist visions next time. But yeah, that's gonna be my wishes. Excited to get to do the other Mist visions. My star for this week definitely had to be the crit and the oil dragon breath combo. That was sick. I loved the I loved the last words as people being pulled in, where most of it's just like shit, fuck, damn. As the Mist is eating them up. That was great. Cracked me up. But yes. And I also really enjoyed the one-on-one talk with Aina and Balak. I thought that was super cool. But that's gonna bring us, of course, to RJ. RJ, do you have any stars or wishes for today?
My star for today was how the fight went, where we were really worried about Dern like beforehand, and we literally just obliterated him in 3 turns.
Y'all whooped him good. I was like, damn. That was great.
We're gonna take that chance again, like last time.
Absolutely.
I also like everyone's little missed stuff. It's nice to see an insight of some characters that haven't had a chance to like talk about their backstory stuff yet.
Yes, I love getting to do stuff with Porum. It's been a long time coming. Good stuff. But yes, I'm very excited for Biners and Ina's next week. Oh, it's gonna be great. But yes, that'll bring us, last but not least, to Miguel. Miguel, do you have any stars or wishes for today?
Stars was definitely just devouring the combat today.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Y'all did great.
Also, it was nice to poke a little bit at Penny's backstory since we haven't heard too much about it.
Yeah.
And my wish is that I wish Einer had more trauma today, but it's fine.
Don't worry, it's coming.
I gotta do it early in the next session. It's fine. We can set the mood.
Yeah, everything's fine.
But I'm excited to also see what Einer's backstory is a little bit more.
Yes, it will be lovely. Yeah. So want to know another cool thing, y'all? Y'all level up. Level 4.
Yeah!
Oh my god!
I know.
Yay!
I'm gonna.
And I'm still a level 3 wizard.
I'm gonna teach y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna teach y'all how to do that. Probably when we end the stream here. But before we end the stream, does anybody else have any stars or wishes that they had listening in on the session? I'd love to read them off a little bit. Yeah, feel free to post them in as I'm putting my attention on the chat now. And yeah, we could just shoot the shit. We want to discuss anything from the session, I'm more than happy to. Valve Fate.
Not gonna lie, I thought the gold was gonna be cursed.
Well, nobody rolled a nat 1 on their sleight of hand check, so nobody got the curse. There was one cursed coin. And if you picked that up, then I was gonna do something fun. But no, you just got some good gold.
Well, no, Urki got good gold.
Urki did get good gold.
Urki got all our gold.
It's true. Urki
I mean,
did get good gold.
Korn got 100 gold.
It's
That's
true.
true.
I got some good gold.
That's true.
It
I guess we
could
can
be
try to
worse.
convince Farm to share.
Penny's just like, soon that'll be my gold.
Exactly.
Cherry?
But that would make Pop Pop sad.
Bring us carrying.
As long as he
As
returns.
long as I give it back in some way, in a good way, do something good for someone, Pop Pop will be fine.
Sharing is caring.
Honey, we have almost 2,000 gold, not including Calcerix's.
Are you saying that there can't be more?
Yeah,
can
there
always
always can be more. Do you know how many components wizards go through?
Oh man.
I feel like Penny would be a ruthless treasury of our party loot.
Yes.
How much for components?
So Corey, I know you were worried about drama today. How was that?
It was awful. I hated it. I also loved it at the same time, but you know, I still hated it.
You gotta strike that balance. You gotta
Uh-huh.
strike that balance.
I'll just be like, man, I should just avoid everything.
Yeah.
Just wander the mist.
Just,
It'll be fine.
I just.
Alright. I'm not seeing anybody posting any stars or wishes, so we're gonna head off for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit the bell and do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. We'll see you next week for more trauma.
Thank God, that's really good HP. I just rolled.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.